What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CBR show. Here we are with Chris. He doesn't want us to give his last name because he works in the media industry, and we're going to each pitch him a movie. He's going to pick one, take it back to the people that he works with, and see if we can make it a movie. So we each get about 1 minute to 2 minutes to pitch the movie. Then Chris decides, and good luck to the winner. Bill, do you think you're going to win? Because I've got a really good idea.
Mine is very basic, but I think sometimes simplicity is beautiful, you know?
All right, and I'm going with a little bit of nostalgia on mine. And Chris, we want to thank you for your time. I know you're a busy guy. You're doing a lot of productions right now, and hopefully one of these will be your next, your big hit. All right, So for me, you ready? He's taking notes, so this is good. All right, I'm going with Lethal Weapon 5, all right? Riggs and Murtaugh and Joe Pesci's character, I believe that guy's name was Leo Getz. They all have come together at the Villages in Florida because Chris Rock, marries Danny Glover's daughter, I think, at the end of the fourth one, or there's some kind of family tie.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, he's working for the DEA now, and he tells them, hey, I've got this case I can't break where drug smugglers are bringing in drugs. They're dropping it off somewhere in the proximity of the Villages in Florida. If you don't know, the Villages is one of the largest retirement communities in the U.S.
Right, I like this already.
And so these three guys, they go undercover in the Villages, and they got to sort out who the bad guy is that's running the drugs.
So Leo Getz is there, did you say?
Bad guy would be played by maybe James Woods.
Dead.
He's the really likable,
he's dead.
Everybody loves him. He's the king of the retirement community, but he's also a undercover drug smuggler.
Is this thing on? James Woods has passed. I'm 99% sure.
CGI it then.
Okay.
This is 2023, dude.
I'll look it up while you keep talking.
We can get a fake James Woods on there. All right, so how are they smuggling the drugs, you wonder? Well, as the elderly people die and are being shipped back to their home states, they're stuffing the bodies full of drugs. Yeah. Joe Pesci stumbles onto this. Nobody will believe him. He gets kidnapped.
Yeah,
Riggs and Murtaugh have to save him. They get into trouble. Chris Rock comes in. Maybe he has a funny partner, so it's like Lethal Weapon 6 can spawn off of this, and it would be Chris Rock and say Jim Carrey, or maybe Chris Pratt would be a good one.
Anybody.
The series just keeps going on. Lethal Weapon Forever maybe is the title. It ends with a wedding of some sort. Everybody's happy. They solve the crime. Lethal Weapon, let's go. Call Mel Gibson and Danny Glover if they're still alive right now. Get them on.
Chris, was that a producer calling? Anyway.
It was, but
he's already going to ignore what you have to say, Bill. He's on the horn.
This is good. I really like this one. You got more?
No, that's it. I think that, you don't really want to overdo it when you just nailed a pitch,
Yeah, man. You can drop that mic if, you wanted to. Oh, my medicine.
No, that's the timer. My time's up.
I think I delayed it. I think I just delayed it. Okay. Now, do we give Chris time to ask any questions?
Go ahead, Chris. You got any questions about that?
No, I prefer to just get the second pitch. My time's very valuable.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I knew I won.
So here we go. So you guys are all familiar with the sorry, touching my nose for some reason, with the movie back when we were in high school that went around. It was like the early viral hit, Faces of Death, right? Faces of Death?
Oh, my God.
You guys remember this movie?
Yeah, I never watched it. It just sounded so horrible.
Well,
it was very popular.
No. Chris, have you seen this movie, Faces of Death?
No, but I assume it. I remember the website. Was it Faces of Death, or was something like that?
I did see Faces of Death, and I felt terrible about it until many years later when I found out that they faked every single death in that movie. It's all fake. So my movie would be about the making of Faces of Death. Okay? Them faking all these deaths, them being like whoever they are. Let's get their story, and let's make that movie.
Would you call it Faces of Death?
I don't know. I was thinking about what the title would be. Facing Death. No, I don't know what the title would be.
It's a documentary?
I'll let whoever licenses it, Chris maybe. No, it's a real movie, It would have fun. It'd be funny. It'd be a comedy. Sorry, I guess I didn't. It would be a comedy about the making of Faces of Death. Yeah. That'd be pretty much it. And all the characters
dark
involved
comedy.
and how hard it is to fake deaths. And that's it.
All right.
What gets the green light? We're
Well,
going to
Chris,
find out.
thank you
Any
for your
questions,
time.
Chris?
Any questions on that? On that scorcher?
I mean, I appreciate the detail in the Lethal Weapon 5. It was a little bit fuller of a pitch, you know. However, I think the overhead with Chris Rock, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, the corpse of Joe Pesci could be difficult. James Woods is alive.
Oh, shoot.
They tried to kill him, but James Woods is well
dead?
alive.
No, Joe Pesci's alive.
However, again, cost, that's a negative. The blowback from the Jewish community with the Mel Gibson anti-Semitic tropes could be difficult.
That's true.
That's my concern.
Oh, I always forget about those.
But I like it. I gotta tell you, I like it. The villages, bringing the old people in. I think there's some room there.
I'd watch it.
So let's move on to a working title of the making of the Faces of Death. Not a lot of meat in that. Not a lot of meat in that stromboli. Okay, I see where you're going, but I need a little bit more. You're not giving me anything as far as who the cast would look like. You know, it seems like a Seth Rogen. If
I was just thinking correctly, Seth Rogen. Yeah, and James Franco was the first thing that came to mind if he never got canceled. You know what I mean?
So I think I'm going to pass on both of them.
Wow. All right, we'll have to come back.
An A for effort, gentlemen. An A for effort. Okay.
All right. Well, maybe next week, you know, because there's nothing better than wasting your time listening to us babble about
I did
movies
take
that
notes,
don't
copious notes on the two. Okay.
Yes. Why don't people comment in the comments which one was better? Since Chris passed on both.
I did pass on both, but A for effort, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Chris. That's why you are where you are, and we are where we are.
Exactly.
Right here in the producer's chair. All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, maybe next week, buddy. We appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, anytime, fellas. I'll talk to you soon.